We're at Humane CNY today talking about winter weather and taking care of your pets. I'm with Christine McNeely at Humane CNY, of course. We're taking a look at the new building. Beautiful.
Thank you very much.
And we're giving people some reminders on what they shouldn't do for the winter season with their pets. First thing, flea and tick prevention. Is it necessary in the winter?
It really depends on your unique situation. Ticks do not die off just because it gets cold. So if you do have animals that are going outside, even in the winter months, you definitely should continue your flea and tick prevention. You may be able to drop down to every other month for animals that are, indoors all winter long. And you may be able to save a little bit of money doing so. But like I said, if you were noticing a flea problem, then obviously continue doing so.
Okay, now what about those cute sweaters that you sometimes see dogs wearing, the sweaters and the little booties on their feet? Are those more fashion or is it necessary?
Well, the thing about, our central New York area is that we do have a lot of dogs that are own pets that aren't necessarily from the Northeast. So they do provide some level of coverage for, the shorter haired dogs, Chihuahuas, and things like that. However, it is important to take caution. You want to make sure that the dogs, are able to, have their sweat evaporate and, that type of thing. A lot of the raincoats that I see, can be a little constricting sometimes to an animal that's not used to it. And then we do recommend, if you are going to use the little booties, that you try it out before you're actually kind of letting the dogs out in the snow and ice to use them for the first time.
What if you do go out for a walk in the snow and the ice? Do you wipe them down or you just kind of let them do their own thing?
Well, you absolutely should wipe them down because that provides you an opportunity so that you can do a one-over, check their paws, look in between their pads. They're walking right on ice, so they may get little fursicles in between their pads, or they may actually cut themselves on the ice. So you just want to make sure that their feet are coming back, there's no frostbite, and, they're healthy.
What about an animal that's typically spends most of their summertime outdoors? What do you do with them in the winter when it gets really cold?
Well, in our area, we do have a lot of farms and, a lot of area or opportunities for animals to live outdoors, even stray cats, for example. And we do recommend that if it's extremely cold to bring those pets in. However, do it carefully and, take caution. If you're taking an animal from a 20-degree outside temperature and you're immediately bringing them into an 80-degree house, it actually can be overwhelming on their system. So what you want to do is you want to slowly acclimate them. Maybe bring them into the garage or the basement first. Let them hang out in there and get used to the warmth, and then gradually move them into a warmer environment.
Any other quick tips for people to keep in mind as the snow and the cold settles in?
Obviously, do not leave any animal outside tied up without access to shelter, a warm shelter, blankets, that type of thing. We advocate bringing all your animals inside, at all times, actually. We don't advocate animals living outdoors. However, we do understand that it happens sometimes. So, just be safe and be smart. And if you do notice a dog that you are, questioning, should it be outside, absolutely call your authorities. We would much rather have, somebody, kind of stop in and check things out than to have an animal, become ill or harmed.
Great. Thank you so much, Christine. Definitely a lot of good things to remember there as we progress through this winter season. For more tips, tricks, and myths, just continue clicking down or scrolling down at localsyr.com. I'm Storm Team Meteorologist Lindsay Raychel.